Most creators overestimate what they can build in a month, but they dramatically underestimate what they can build in 6 months. 6 months. That's what we're going to explore today. How you can absolutely transform your digital life in the next 180 days. Now, why 6 months? A year feels too long to wait for validation, and a month is too short to see meaningful traction. But 6 months, that is the sweet spot. It's long enough to build a massive audience, but short enough to keep you excited and engaged. In this video, we'll dive into the profound, inspiring, and transformative insights from the great Jim Rohn, drawing from lessons I cherished from our time together on building a life of design, not default. You know what fascinates me? Most aspiring creators spend more time planning their next viral video than planning their digital legacy. They'll spend hours A/B testing a thumbnail, but won't spend 30 minutes designing their future. Isn't that incredible? But you're different. You're here today because something inside you knows it's time for a change. Let me ask you something. If you continue doing exactly what you're doing right now, posting randomly, scrolling endlessly, reacting to trends, where will you be 6 months from today? Same follower count, same income, same burnout, same excuses? You see, what you don't change, you choose. Let that sink in for a moment. The beautiful thing about a 6-month plan is that it gives you something I call realistic urgency. You can't procrastinate because 180 days will be here before you know it. But you also have enough time to make substantial foundational changes to your brand and your life. It's the perfect balance. Now, let me share with you the fundamental principles of this transformation. You see, success leaves clues. And over the years, I've discovered that extraordinary influence isn't about doing 4,000 different things. It's about doing 15 fundamental things 4,000 times. Repetition is the mother of skill, and consistency is the father of influence. Let's talk about the first pillar of your 6-month transformation: clarity. You must be crystal clear about what you want. Fuzzy content goals produce fuzzy results. Sharp, defined goals produce sharp, defined results. Write this down. Clarity is power. When you're clear about what you want, the universe and the algorithm has an interesting way of helping you get it. You know what's interesting? Most creators know what they don't want. They don't want to be ignored. They don't want to burn out. They don't want to be stuck in their 9 to 5. But ask them what they do want, and they stumble. I want to go viral. That's not a goal, my friend. That's a wish. That's why we're going to start with absolute clarity. Here's what I want you to do tonight. Take out a piece of paper and write down exactly what you want your digital brand to look like 6 months from now. Be specific. Don't write down, "I want more followers." Write down, "I want to increase my subscriber base by 40%, secure 3 long-term brand partnerships, launch my digital course, and build a core community of 1,000 true fans." See the difference? The second pillar of your transformation is what I call your creative philosophy. Your philosophy determines how you process what happens to you. And here's the key. It's not what happens, the algorithm change, the negative comment, that determines your future. It's what you do about what happens. It's not the wind of public opinion that determines your direction. It's the set of your sail. Success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. But here's the challenge. What's easy to do is also easy not to do. It's easy to write 500 words for your newsletter every day. It's also easy not to. It's easy to spend 30 minutes engaging meaningfully with your community. It's also easy not to. Now let's talk about the third pillar, the power of association. And in the digital age, this is more important than ever. You are the average of the 5 creators you follow most closely. You are the average of the 5 masterminds you participate in, the 5 comment sections you live in. Over the next 6 months, you must constantly choose who you give your time and attention to. Some accounts need to be loved from a distance. Isn't that interesting? You see, there are 2 types of influences you'll meet on your journey. Those who will inspire you by showing their strategy, their discipline, their vulnerability, and those who will tire you by complaining about the algorithm, engaging in drama, and spreading negativity. Your job over the next 6 months is to increase your exposure to people who inspire you and decrease your exposure to those who tire you. It's that simple. Most creators operate at about 20% of their true capacity. Do you know why? Because they are reacting to trends instead of making a commitment to excellence. They are just trying to get through the content grind instead of getting from the day's creation. The 4th pillar of your 6-month transformation is the discipline of documentation. Starting today, you must become a serious student of your own life and your own content. Keep a journal, track your progress, document your insights. Why did that video work? What was the emotion behind it? Why did that one fail? What was the lesson? You see, the slightest adjustment in your daily routine can dramatically change your digital life over 6 months. Let me give you an example. If you capture just one good original content idea every single day, in 6 months, you'll have 180 unique ideas. That's your entire content calendar for the next half year, filled with quality. Do you think your brand would be different if you had 180 unique insights to share instead of scrambling for an idea every morning? Of course it would. The 5th pillar to your transformation is what I call the power of investment. Here's a principle that will serve you well. Success is not something you pursue. A great channel is something you attract by the person you become. Over the next 6 months, your primary focus should be on your personal development. As Jim Rohn always made it a point to remind us, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Or in this case, work harder on yourself than you do on your content. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. Let me ask you something. How much have you invested in your creator skills in the last year? Most creators will spend $100 on a new microphone or a ring light, thinking the tool is the answer. But they hesitate to spend $100 on a book, a course, or a coaching call that could fundamentally change their strategy. Make the investment. The 6th pillar is what I call the miracle of incrementalism. Small changes, consistently applied, produce massive results over time. If you improve your storytelling, your editing, or your thumbnail design by just 1% every day for 6 months, you'll be 180% better than when you started. That's the power of compound improvement. Here's what fascinates me. Most creators are waiting to produce their viral masterpiece. They're waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect idea, the perfect algorithm change. But success doesn't work that way. Success is built on 1,000 tiny creative decisions made correctly, day after day. The decision to hit record when you're tired. The decision to spend an extra 10 minutes scripting your hook. The 7th pillar, the power of goals. Now, I know you've heard about goal setting, but most creators set goals that are too small. I'd like to get 1,000 followers. That doesn't inspire you. Over the next 6 months, I want you to set goals that scare you a little bit. In 6 months, I will be the #1 most trusted voice in my micro niche. If your goals don't scare you, they're not big enough. But here's the key. Break these big, scary goals down into daily activities. Success is not about what you do occasionally. It's about what you do consistently. The eighth pillar is the power of your environment. Your digital environment will either inspire you or expire you. Your phone, your desktop, your news feed, is it designed for creation or consumption? Over the next 6 months, you must consciously design your environment to support your goals. Clean your office, organize your digital home, unfollow the accounts that trigger comparison and anxiety. Turn off the notifications that break your flow. Create a space that energizes you. Here's a principle that changed my life. You can't change your subscriber count overnight, but you can change your content direction overnight. Tonight, you can make decisions that will alter the course of your brand forever. The ninth pillar to your transformation is the power of standards. You see, your channel will always move in the direction of your standards. If you raise your standards, your audience and your income will rise to meet them. If you lower your standards, posting good enough content just to feed the machine, your brand will drop to meet them. It's that simple. Over the next 6 months, you must raise your standards in every area. Raise your standards for what you'll accept in your content quality. Raise your standards for the value you provide. Raise your standards for the brand partners you'll accept. When you raise your standards, your life transforms. Over the next 6 months, demand more from yourself than the algorithm or your critics could ever demand from you. The 10th pillar is the power of rituals. Your brand is shaped by your daily rituals. What you do every day matters more than what you do once in a while. Over the next 6 months, you must establish rituals that support your goals. Here's a ritual that will change your digital life. Wake up an hour earlier every day. Call it the Creator's Hour. Before you check your email, before you check your analytics, before you consume a single piece of content, you create. That's a 180 extra hours over the next 6 months. Think about what you could accomplish. You could write your book. You could build your course. That's equivalent to 4.5 40-hour work weeks of pure, focused creation. The 11th pillar is the power of focus. Here's what I've learned. Where focus goes, creative energy flows. Over the next 6 months, you must become laser-focused on your priorities. Don't major in minor things. Don't spend 3 hours designing a new logo when your content strategy is broken. Don't be busy scrolling and reacting. Be productive creating. Motivation gets you started, but habit keeps you going. Over the next 6 months, focus on building the habits of creation, not on waiting for the motivation to strike. The 12th pillar to your transformation is the power of celebration. Most people wait until they reach their final goal, that 100,000 subscriber plaque, to celebrate. That's a mistake. Over the next 6 months, celebrate your progress, not just your final achievements. Finished that difficult, vulnerable video? Celebrate. Got your first 100 true fans? Celebrate. Got your first positive comment from a stranger? Celebrate it. Celebration fuels motivation and tells your brain you're on the right track. The 13th pillar is the power of contribution. You see, success as a creator without contribution is just empty achievement. It's vanity metrics. Over the next 6 months, focus obsessively on adding massive value to your audience's lives. The more value you create for others, the more valuable your brand becomes. Your income will rarely exceed your personal development. If you want to earn more, you must learn more, so you can give more. The 14th pillar is the power of decisiveness. Successful people make decisions quickly and change them slowly. Unsuccessful people make decisions slowly and change them quickly. Successful creators make decisions quickly. This is my niche. This is my posting schedule. I will commit. Unsuccessful creators make decisions slowly. Should I post this? Is it perfect? I don't know. And they change them quickly, jumping to a new niche or a new trend every single week. Over the next 6 months, become decisive. Make decisions that your future self will thank you for. And the 15th pillar to your transformation is the power of gratitude. You see, gratitude turns what we have, our current small audience, our current limited skills, into enough. Over the next 6 months, maintain a gratitude journal. Every day, write down 3 things you're grateful for in your creator journey. Be grateful for the 3 positive comments, not the 1 negative one. Be grateful for the challenge of a flopped video, because it taught you something. What you appreciate, appreciates. Appreciate your small audience and it will grow. Appreciate your progress and it will accelerate. Change in the digital world is inevitable, my friends, but growth is optional. Over the next 6 months, choose growth, choose development, choose progress. The choice is yours and the time is now. Ladies and gentlemen, let me conclude with this thought. 6 months from now, you will surely arrive. The question is, where? Will you be a world-class creator or just a 6-month older consumer? That answer depends on the decisions you make today and the actions you take tomorrow. The next 6 months of your digital life are hidden in your daily creative routine. Remember, your brand doesn't get better by chance. It gets better by change. And today, right here, right now, you have the opportunity to make changes that will transform your life. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take this moment and make it perfect. 6 months is going to pass whether you take action or not. The question is, where do you want to be when those 6 months are over? Make these next 6 months count. Make them matter. Make them memorable. 6 months from now, you'll be telling one of 2 stories. A story of action and creation, or a story of procrastination and regret. The choice is yours. As my friend Jim Rohn used to point out, life will pay whatever price you ask of it. Ask for average engagement, you'll get average engagement. Ask for excellence, you'll get excellence. Over the next 6 months, ask for excellence in everything you do. Accept nothing less than your best. The next 6 months of your life can be better than the last 6 months of your life, but that won't happen by accident. It will happen by design, your design. Take control, take charge, take action. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Jim Rohn's profound wisdom. Apply these insights to your own path. Subscribe for more transformative content, like if this inspired you, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these 15 pillars you will start with today?